Anyway, back to Other M. When we first heard that that Team Ninja was part of the development team, we pretty much thought that this was going to be the hardest Metroid game ever.
Yeah, that was a pretty good assessment, seeing as the games they've made in the past. God, I still haven't gotten past World 2, 3 on Ninja Gaiden, the original one.
On the
One that,
NES.
yeah, the one that goes back in time and rapes your parents' childhood. It's like 4chan, only
Only less
saner.
organized.
Yeah, less organized.
Why
Yeah.
the bloody hell are we talking about this?
Who knows?
This is what I have to deal with on a regular basis, ladies and gentlemen. This madness of a man here. Other M. Yeah. Trying to get back on topic and failing spectacularly. I mentioned earlier that that Other M is a lot like Fusion and suffers the same problems that Fusion does. Is that you're basically given orders like you were in Fusion. You're given objectives. About the somewhere around the 2-hour mark, all the way up to at least the 5.5-hour mark. Or a lot of it is point A to point B stuff. Now, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with this if it was something like Halo, because that does tend to be linear. You are most definitely telling a story, so you're going from point A to point B. It makes sense. It's telling a story in a video game. That's one of the reasons I 100% hate having to throw up a linearity flag. But Metroid has been known for open-endedness. Like in pretty much all of the games, except for a couple. Sure, there is a way you're quote-unquote supposed to go, but most of the time, that's up to the player to take that route. If you, know certain skills, you know certain stuff you can do, from your first playthrough of a game, like in Super Metroid, you aren't introduced to the wall jump until pretty far in. But on your second playthrough, if you know how to do it, you can do it at any time.
So it gives you all the natural skills.
Yes.
From the beginning, it just doesn't tell you how you use them.
Yeah. So another thing that Other M has in common with Fusion is that the place is divided up into different sectors. This I don't have a problem with, actually.
It seems like stuff like that has been common with the worlds and the Prime trilogy and
yeah. So this I don't have a problem with. Yeah. One thing I was going to mention earlier, I'm surprised I didn't mention this, but the cutscenes in this game are indeed so awesome, and unfortunately it has to be on a dual-layer disc.
Oh, the dual-layer disc. I don't even know if my Wii can run them.
Well, can it run Brawl?
Yeah.
Then it can.
Alright.
Because Brawl is a dual-layer disc.
I did not know that. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe!
No. No.
That's older than I am. What the hell?
Is that almost as old as your dad is?
My dad's older than that. My dad's as old as the moon landing, so...
Oh, okay. Back to Other M. For fucking moon landing. This is where our conversations tend to go, actually. We start on one thing, and we go on 50,000 different tangents.
Yeah.
Possibly more. Maybe 100,000, perhaps I'm underestimating.
Over 9,000!
That's for goddamn sure. Anyway. And just like Fusion, only the expansions count towards your percent completion.
So, regular story-based items don't.
They do not. And that brings me to my next point. The regular story-based items, usually you would pick them up. But in this game, you pretty much already have them. But the real stupid thing is, you aren't quote-unquote authorized to use them. Which I think is kind of a really stupid way to get around that.
But it's a great commentary on the trying to think of the word. Damn it! I cannot think of this word that I'm trying to. It's like murkiness, only like confusing. Crap! I cannot think of this word. It was a good word too. Not redundancy. Fuck. It's a great social commentary on how bureaucracy sucked. There, I try and go intelligent, and I just have to go stupid. Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional, but it makes for great commentary on the fail of bureaucracy.
I don't know if that was intelligent, but that also is a great commentary on how much Prometheus MFD fails. Anyway.
Can't even remember my own vocabulary.
The game does have its difficulty spikes. I think this last session I was stuck on a boss for like 20 or 25 minutes. I died about 5 times on it. Not going to tell you what the boss is, because that would be spoilerific, and I think this is one of actually the higher points of the story.
You'll see it when he finally makes a playthrough of it,
which won't be for a while, so don't ask.
Yeah, I will probably have finished a playthrough for once before he starts this.
Before I start other M.
Yeah. Well, we did make a bet for me to finish Fallout 3 before the end of the year.
Yep.
Can I do it? Probably not.
Probably not. He's got.
I've got one recording session in.
Good for you. Let's see. He's got the rest of September, which is 11 days, and then October, November, and December.
It's a little over 3 months.
Yep.
I don't
know. Overall, what would I recommend other M? I would recommend it with caution to those that do not like story mixed with their Metroids. Because there are people like that out there. I know a couple.
My dad says video games are like porn. They don't need stories. When I brought him out that he took that from one of the guys he stole that from one of the guys who made Doom, he told me to shut up, and I'm like, you expect me to not know a quote about, from someone who made a video game that was revolutionary. Yeah.
So, and if I were asked to give a score, with what I've played so far, it would be in the 8 to 8.5 range out of 10.
What would be the best Metroid game you've played?
The best Metroid game I've played would probably be a tie between Super Metroid and Metroid Prime, because both of those games are awesome.
Okay, real quick, how's the music? Because I am a music nerd.
Music. The music is very atmospheric. I like it.
Nintendo has started a trend of their games having really great music.
Yes. Anything else you would like to ask?
Any broken gameplay?
This is Nintendo we're talking about, so obviously we're not going to have much that's broken.
It's just very difficult.
Just very, very difficult. And once you realize what to do, you smack your head and go, why the fuck didn't I think of that before?
Isn't that basically every video game that is challenging at all?
That's every video game that is challenging but not broken. Okay, so that's going to wrap up our talk on Other M.